This is a theme.
Productivity is lost by our workforce sitting there. And if you're a truck driver moving 71% of the economy, we're already short 50,000 drivers. If I'm sitting in traffic, I've got to be sitting there thinking, man, I could be doing something much better with my life. I'm getting paid by the mile and I'm not moving.
Now, you've got a shortfall. You can't get the drivers required to fill the jobs. I'm told that one of the reasons is that in the age of legalized marijuana, people can't pass a drug test. Is that accurate?
Well, that's going to be something that's pretty much across the board for all employers deal with. But when it comes to truckers, going back decades, there's never been significant issues with drugs or alcohol. Truck drivers themselves are the least sympathetic of other drivers impaired by anything. One, private carriers, shippers that haul their own goods, they have no shortage of drivers. LTL companies, they have no shortage of drivers. And the characteristics of those companies is that they pay their drivers well and they have good working conditions, and drivers come and stay.
So where's the shortage?
The part of the segment, of the industry that, in 51,000 shortage, every year over 400,000 new drivers receive CDLs. These are new people that pursue careers in trucking. They don't last very long. So much of trucking is for hire, publicly traded companies, and the mantra with all of those companies is to increase productivity and lower costs of labor. That's applied to drivers through the decades, and real incomes for truck drivers are less than half of what they would be just adjusted with the consumer price index over the last 2.5 decades. That's the real issue, and that's the issue that has to be dealt with. Truck drivers at less than $50,000. There are a lot that work right now for less than that now, and they work really, really hard. The typical work week for a truck driver is going to be 70 to 80 hours, and basically drivers work around the schedules of everyone else. Their time is not their own. They work 70, 80 hours, and usually there's another 20 to 30 or even more hours a week that you spend just waiting to load or unload. That's part of the economic dysfunction that makes this an occupation that simply people don't want to pursue as a career. And it's nutty. The most important person in trucking is the person behind the wheel, and that's the one that virtually always gets short shrift throughout the supply chain.
I'm not sure I would want to work all those hours in difficult situations, facing heavy traffic and all kinds of rules and regulations for $50,000 a year.
The regulations have made it even worse in that they're under the guise of safety. We have experienced drivers, million-mile safe drivers that are saying to heck with it. This is just simply not worth it. I'll find something else to do. And that's happening all across the country.
Okay.
So guys, as you can see, that there's such a trucking shortage going on that these are actual news recordings going on, and you can Google up the ATA president, Dred the Pirate Trucker, brought it up to withholdings about what's going on. These are actual facts going on. I'm not making anything up. Otherwise, if it was just me saying it, you guys would call me and bluff or whatnot, but whatever. But I just wanted to share this with you guys that, people can't get into trucking. So, but anyways, I'm going to make this really short, brief, and so you guys can enjoy it or whatnot. But, yeah, go ahead and subscribe to Dred. Do whatever you want with this video. I don't really care. I'm just trying to get information out there.